IBHA.
Hi, I'm Jahnavi and I'd like to introduce you to Big Historian Claudia Mann. My first question is, how did you first get interested in all that you do, that is, being a big historian, a musician, and a Montessorian?
When I was in college, I had gotten a scholarship to continue my flute studies. And as part of that scholarship, I played concerts with a woodwind quintet all around the city of Cincinnati, where I went to the conservatory. Within the span of a couple of days, we played two children's concerts. One was at a school where they were very well behaved, but they also didn't laugh at our jokes. They didn't ask any questions. And then a few days later, we played at a Montessori school. We were in a room that had a beautiful fireplace, and we sat there, and the children were all on the floor around us. And I played the flute, and I was playing a little excerpt from Peter and the Wolf, the little bird part. And this little girl was sitting down close to me, and she just really carefully put her fingers up in front of my lips. She wanted to feel the air. We spent an extra 45 minutes at that school because they just had so many questions. That was a huge impression. Like, what's the difference here? I later married, had my own children. I sent them to that school, and then they needed a music teacher. So that was how I got started. But then when I went to training, and I heard those great lessons, I heard the music in the background. And so then I started connecting music. I told the first lesson, the first great history lesson, which is called The God Who Has No Hands. And it talks really about the natural world and the Big Bang and how the elements came together and all of that great story. I set that to music. And I saw that connection or felt that connection for myself. And that kind of became a theme through my teaching career of always making connections.
How do you connect Montessori and big history?
I really see Dr. Montessori as someone who was deeply connected to the big picture of everything. She saw the potential for creating a different kind of world through the children and through helping them connect to the universe. For me, seeing what it did with children and how creating opportunities that left them free to express themselves, to become more of who they were inherently, was a huge impact. When I went to my first IBHA conference in Philadelphia a few years ago, I was literally moved to tears listening to the first panel discussion. He connected the study of big history to creating empathy and peace in the world. And that was Montessori's vision, to see the possibility that understanding the interdependence created a sense of peace and empathy and understanding. For me, that was where my shift to working with different people in the big history movement really began, because I thought we have that same goal, that goal of connecting the people around the planet and moving us toward a more empathetic, peaceful perspective that understands we're all connected, truly all connected, and that's how we can create a more peaceful world.
What is the concept and purpose behind your course on demystifying cosmic education?
In the United States, and I imagine in many places around the world, we have become so test driven and oriented to factual learning and making sure kids can demonstrate what they know using paper and pencil. And I just think that is undermining our intellectual capacities. So one of the things that I've really focused on doing is connecting skill-based learning through the great lessons and using cosmic education as the backdrop for everything. And then watch the children. And Montessori told us to follow the child, and they will light up on things that they're interested in. And then you can put in the little details of the skills and the reading and the writing and their math as tools to learn more deeply about the things they're interested in. And then they develop those skills almost effortlessly.
You can find more details about Claudia Mann in the description below. Thank you for watching and connect with us on social media.
IBHA.